There is an unprecedented crisis that we as a nation face on our southern border. Over 144,000 immigrants attempted to illegally enter between ports of entry along the southwest border in May of 2019, a 622% increase over the same month just 2 years ago. In the face of the inaction by Congress on this matter, President Trump has had to declare a state of emergency and direct the Secretary of Defense to deploy National Guard troops to the border to help CBP deal with this incredible crisis. It is necessary to point out that the reason for a National Guard presence at the border, as I learned from talking to Border Patrol agents in Arizona just a month ago, is that we currently are overwhelmed at Border Patrol. And we are overwhelmed because my colleagues across the aisle refuse to take up the necessary legislation to fix the loopholes in our asylum system. And because of the refusal to allocate the necessary $4.5 billion in emergency aid that the Department of Homeland Security has asked for in order to feed and shelter the families and unaccompanied children. In fact, they blocked legislation that would do so 15 times in the last month alone. The unwillingness of Congress to solve this problem prompted me and 4 members, colleagues from the Pennsylvania delegation, to ask our governor to send Pennsylvania National Guard to the southern border. Unfortunately, the governor called this a stunt, and he called the crisis on our southern border hyperbole. So today, I intend to find out from you, our experts, whether the governor's assessment of the situation is correct, or whether more National Guard troops are needed and could be effective at our border. Chief Provost, I understand multiple states have sent National Guard troops and assets to assist with the Operation Guardian Support mission. Today's statements indicate that there are currently 546 soldiers and airmen deployed out of the necessary 764 that are authorized in positions. If the state of Pennsylvania tomorrow offered you additional National Guard forces, would you be able to make use from them, and would you be able to better secure and protect our southern border?
Thank you, sir. Certainly. As I stated in my opening statement, the support from the Guard and DOD has been invaluable, particularly as my resources have been diverted away. 40 to 60% of my resources being diverted. It concerns me about border security. We're dealing with a humanitarian crisis, but that is negatively impacting our ability to secure the border, and border security is national security.
Additionally, Chief Provost, do you think that describing the current situation at our southern border as a hyperbole, do you feel that is correct?
No, I would disagree wholeheartedly with that. This crisis, as I said before, is like nothing I've seen in my 25 years. It truly is a crisis. I've been saying that since at least February to Congress when I testified back then. We need your support. We need the funding as well that you have mentioned to support throughout DHS, not just for the Border Patrol, because when my partners don't have the funding they need, it negatively impacts my operations as well. Because I'm the only one. The Border Patrol is the only one who can't say no. When these folks are coming in, they end up